Hello Aries, and welcome to your 2019 year ahead intuitive tarot reading. I'm going to begin this reading for you by pulling out your spirit animal for the year, and for that I am using this new animal spirit deck. It's part of the Wild Unknown, also made by the artist Kim Kranz, who makes the tarot deck that I use in all my readings. This is an oracle deck and it is spirit animals. Now this has been bought by you, the viewers, because I bought this set of cards through donations that I'd received on the channel. I always reinvest the money into expanding my own collection of tarot cards and oracle cards. So this is thanks to you, so thank you very much. So Aries, for your spirit animal in 2019, you have got the otter. Intuitively, this card feels calm and happy. It feels like the year ahead is welcoming to you, a fresh adventure that you are ready to tackle with childlike energy. I also see determination there, a knowingness of what you are trying to achieve this year, and a calm mindset for getting yourself there is what I am feeling. But I've not used these cards before, it's a brand new deck, so I will also read to you what the official book says about the otter. So I've got this book here, which came with the cards, and I will look up the otter and I shall tell you what it says about the otter. Here we have the otter, and this is what it says. So the otter is about unobstructed joy, playfulness and contentment. Perhaps the most joyful creature within the animal spirit deck, the otter represents absolute bliss. Otter energy is the playfulness of a child, available to us at any age. They have a giddiness and a reverence for life itself, without the presence of doubt, worry or scepticism. Imagine yourself with a little more otter energy. What would life look like? What would it take to bring you there? The otter card begs these questions and wants to transport us to that precious place as soon as possible. The celebration awaits. I think that sounds great, Aries. So you've got like playful, youthful energy, like a child this year. So now we're going to move on to your whole reading for 2019. We're going to go through month by month, starting with January, all the way through to December. And then I'm going to recap at the end and give you a quick summary of the entire year. So for January, Aries, you have got the Son of Cups. Now it feels like you are making a cautious start to the year ahead here. This card certainly feels more like you are taking your time about decisions and less about hurrying forward into any particular direction. There's a moodiness here as well. It almost feels like you have doubts about something. I think as a new year comes in, we often have the best intentions, new plans, resolutions, the hope of new energy. I feel some of you might start the year slightly disappointed in yourself and also the situation that you find yourself in. I get a feeling that this card wants you to take action, to move forward rather than halting progress by listening to your feelings. For February, Aries, you have got the Four of Swords. Now this very much feels to me as if a similar energy is travelling with you. You just can't seem to shake a negative mental attitude here. Now I always see with this card that this feeling is short-lived, so I believe that you will overcome this and get yourself back on track. For some of you, this is a definite feeling that you aren't capable or worthy of something. It might be a relationship, it might be a job. You just can't see why you are of value, but you are. And eventually your mind clears and allows you to reframe your thoughts so that you can see that. I'm getting a random thought here too of you feeling like the grass is potentially greener somewhere else. Does that sound familiar? I get a strong feeling that some of you let your mind wander to thinking that everyone else has it better, that you would be better off on a different path, but that really simply isn't true. The grass isn't always greener and other people don't always have what they may appear to have. And on to March, where you have the Father of Swords, Aries. Now this is such a grumpy looking owl, and I think this again may be symbolising some sort of mental frustration that's hindering you. The energy feels different from before though. This is much more intense and less changeable, so this feels much more stubborn to shift, unfortunately. I know this hasn't sounded all that positive so far, but I really don't see this to mean that you're having a bad year in 2019. It simply feels like the year begins with some mental struggles. You may find that in March something changes and it is out of your control. Therefore, you have this almighty frustration. It's like you finally thought you were getting somewhere and then you almost have to start all over again with whatever you were trying to mentally process. Right, so April brings you the Two of Cups, and this feels much more balanced, Aries. This is good. I see this as some hope coming from the darkness. Some of you might meet someone around now that you really gel with, and it's not necessarily romantic, but there is the potential for romance there, for at least a few of you. I feel there is also an openness, a more relaxed and calm demeanour to you now. This very much feels like the otter influence coming in. This is a kind of comfort here, an emotional comfort. It feels like someone is there for you, or that you are there for someone in a time of need. Now on to May, and you've got the Chariot. There is great energy and power in this card, Aries. It feels like the path has cleared the way for you to truly move forward with whatever plans that you had. There's a confidence, charm and determination oozing from you. It's just all around you right now. So make sure to run forward with any plans to feel the full force of this energy. It genuinely feels like life's a bit of a breeze here. Whatever was troubling you mentally, whatever was holding you back, that is firmly behind you now. And it feels like you've processed it as well. There is real clarity of vision here, so take advantage of it, Aries. Yes, Aries, I really like how the year is starting to pan out for you now. So we're on to June, and you have got the Three of Wands, which is a great card for making things happen. You are in control of your destiny here, more than you have been all year so far. It is like you have a fresh canvas and every colour imaginable available to you. You can paint what you want to become or evolve into, whatever you want. This is big potential for manifesting and stepping into a role or lifestyle that you have been dreaming of. Exciting stuff could be on the horizon here. On to July, and you have another great card, Aries. Here we have got the Eight of Pentacles. Now this is a reminder that all good things take hard work. But that hard work pays off. So you have been working hard relentlessly by this point on something that you're trying to achieve, build, grow, and this card is saying that it is all paying off for you. Your foundations are strong and your meticulous attention to detail has been your friend. You are and have been crafting something that you should be really proud of. Now this could make sense in so many ways. It might refer to self-development or self-improvement, but being Pentacles, I feel this card is ground in material success and growth as well. So you may find yourself on the way to greater wealth at this time, or even just more material security. And August next, for that Aries, you have got the Father of Pentacles. So this might show you embodying the characteristics of this deer. You are very strong right now, dependable, determined and proactive. You may feel yourself stepping up, being more in control in a work environment, having more responsibility in some aspect of your life. The people around you are likely looking up to you at this point, seeing you as a leader or a manager, someone who has good judgment and seems to intuitively know the right things to do at the right time. Progress is continuing for you and it feels like you are the true CEO of yourself. You are at a prime mental and physical capacity here. Now on to September, and here we have the Lovers. So Aries, this could spark romance for some of you. If you're single at this point, you might just meet someone that changes that completely. I also see this as a card to reaffirm how whole you feel. You know, there is that saying that you can't let anyone else love you until you love yourself. Well, it feels as if you have achieved a really good and stable place within yourself right now. You know more who you are, and you feel really comfy in the person that you are becoming. You are essentially a magnet to attracting the same sort of energy from someone else, whether you are looking for it or not. Next up, October, and for that Aries, you've got the Son of Wands. Now this card feels a little spiky. For some reason you have become quite protective here. It feels like you are guarding something or you feel vulnerable to something. like maybe you're exposed to an attack. Now, this is all metaphorical, of course. I don't believe you are going to be physically attacked. This might be more that you have been riding a high for a few months now. Things have been going great and you've been on a roll with life. I think this could be you wondering how long will it last, and maybe being slightly more cautious with your actions moving forward. There's no harm in that. I actually think this is very sensible of you. And November, where you have the Daughter of Wands. So there feels like similar energy here, but this is much warmer, lighter and less harsh. You are still moving forward sensibly and with caution, but this card feels very much more like you are enjoying that process, and there is definitely less worry within you now. You may have found the pace on projects slowing down a little bit. Progress isn't as forthcoming for you. You may find yourself reevaluating life a little, looking at what you can do to further things forward at a better rate and to make things more fruitful again. And finally, December, and you have the Six of Wands, Aries. So this card sees you flying away from something. It could simply be closing a chapter on the year that has just gone by and moving forward as a better and more complete person. To others, this may symbolise a more literal detachment from something. You may find a partnership ends that was no longer serving you, or that you abandon something that isn't exciting you anymore. All in all though, Aries, it feels like a pretty decent 2019 for you. It begins slowly and hesitantly, but it seems like things really ramp up in the summer and autumn months, and lots of progress is made for you there. Things slow down again nicely as the year comes to a close. I get an overall feeling that it is an enjoyable year for most of you, and that you tackle any problems with the happy energy of the otter. Even when things might feel mentally or emotionally heavy, you are still getting through with much greater ease than you have previously experienced within your life. So I wish you all the best for 2019, and I hope you have a good one. If you like this reading, don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you in 2019.